Hey fisherman, Aqua Duelist here. My eyebrows are gone and XYZ Dragon Cannon has some new problems now. If you guys aren't subscribed, go ahead and harpoon that subscribe button. It really helps the channel out. And I know someone's going to comment, Aqua Duelist, what happened to your eyebrows? Why don't you have eyebrows, my guy? Well, sometimes accidents just happen in life, and after fixing it, I didn't like having tiny eyebrows. So I just said, you know what? It's hair. It'll grow back. Off it goes. So there we go, guys. That's what happened. Now, XYZ Dragon Cannon. Ever since we got this one card of some just absolutely amazing support, this card is something that we really just needed. Fixes one of the biggest issues with the deck, with that being, it's very hard to make XYZ Dragon Cannon pretty much using two cards. That card with, Union Hanger is just a 2-card combo to get XYZ Dragon Cannon. It kind of fixes the issue with, using, Union Hanger, because X Head Cannon is just a vanilla, so, it helps gets around that. And not only that, it provides OTK potential for next turn for, just a follow-up. It's just all around a really good card. So despite that, I'm still having a few issues trying to, essentially make this deck. Now, with me pretty much being like the only YouTuber making content on XYZ Dragon Cannon that isn't speed duel related, guys, I want to make sure this deck is just the best it can be before I do a deck profile on it, And so far, after all the testing I've done, using this new card, I feel like I'm just not at that point yet. I appreciate you guys for being really patient. For those of you who are waiting for this deck profile, just wait a bit longer, guys. It's gonna happen. But I kind of have two kind of three issues with this right now, and I just want to kind of go into those. The first major issue that I'm really just having with this deck right now is essentially kind of finding the right balance. What I mean is, obviously the XYZ pieces, I'm playing those. Pretty much most of those is the monsters. But then I gotta find the right amount of balance of, turbo cards to play with other cards to just kind of help this deck out. Because XYZ Dragon Cannon, despite being a really awesome boss monster, just isn't the best boss monster. So, you got to play other stuff to really kind of help this deck out. But there's also there's kind of a lot of cards in the game that really just, help with turboing it out. And the thing is, you're not always going to open, the new card that we got with Union Hanger. Just like, you're never going to open those two cards every game. That's just not possible unless you're stacking and cheating. So you just got to play other cards. But the issue is, if you don't get that combination, you're usually using 3 cards to make XYZ Dragon Cannon, and you want to have the most cards you can have in your hand for his effect, and for the trap that works with him to basically let you use his effect on your opponent's turn. So finding the right balance has just been so freaking hard. And not only that too, but with the other cards I said you'd play, maybe something like Floodgates and such, finding what I feel is just like the best cards to really play in place has been kind of hard, guys. So despite getting that good card, I feel like it's actually a bit harder to essentially build this deck. So that's really what's going on. Like, I've been going through as much testing as I can, guys. Like, I know it's already been a while, but working full-time, running a business on top of that, I'm still doing what I can for this deck, essentially trying to build it to make it the best it can be. I just wanted to at least say that I am still trying. This is a personal thing I also just want to, share. I'm not much of a fan of this, actually. But if you honestly look at XYZ Dragon Cannon, and, you have the trap and then the spell out, you have all 3 on the field, and then you look at ABC Dragon Buster. Altogether, I feel like the support just kind of makes XYZ Dragon Cannon in a sense. Just kind of feel like discount ABC Dragon Buster in a sense. Like it's kind of a little weird, but the only thing is having that setup versus just the ABC. Um, you're not getting that quick banish effect. Instead, you're just discarding cards to pop cards your opponent controls. That's the only real thing there. But basically, XYZ Dragon Cannon is basically able to, pretty much return himself and then, make the small pieces, which, ABC Buster Dragon basically, banish. I think it's like he banishes himself to bring back, or he sends himself to the grave. I can't remember if he banishes or sends himself to the grave. But you the banished ABC pieces back. So, I feel like the direction they're going kind of makes him more similar to ABC in a sense, but he's just not as good as ABC. And I understand what they're doing there, because ABCs were just so good. Like, even though they supported XYZ, they're part of the archetype. They were just so good to the point where ABC was a standalone strategy that was a meta-relevant strategy at one point, and has been rogue for kind of pretty much ever since then. Like, I can't remember the last time ABCs have actually gotten the top, though. It's been quite some time, but it became rogue for quite a while. And I'm not a fan of it. Like, I understand it. They're modeling the support after the success of ABC Buster Dragon. Like, I get it. But I'm just not a fan of that. And that's kind of like one of the things, too, is I've also been refusing to play the ABC pieces, because I feel like if I do the ABC pieces in a XYZ Dragon Cannon Turbo deck, then I honestly feel like I should just be playing ABC. I did pretty much side deck them at one point, which, was really funny, kind of like smoke screen them in. But I try very hard not to play, because I feel like if I'm gonna play the ABC pieces, I should just be playing ABCs. Now, some people can say that this is an issue, but this also confirms reprints, guys. So here's the thing. XYZ Combine kind of forces you to play, the smaller fusions of XYZ Dragon Cannon. The ones that are a fusion of two pieces. All three of them. You want to play, pretty much all three at least. Just, so you have a much easier time going to XYZ Dragon Cannon. If you play only like one of them, going to be in for a bit of bad time. So none of those three fusions have been reprinted in a long time. I think the last print they got was in, the structure deck that, ABCs came in, because, the XYZ pieces were also in there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the last time those got reprinted. And something else too is none of those three fusions got holo prints except for the original packs that they were in. I think they were all in one pack, actually, so original pack. The thing is, they printed a card that forces you to play, the smaller fusions. So, considering they haven't had a reprint in a long time, these three fusions are gonna get reprinted. And the thing was, when this card came out in the OCG, XZ Combine came out in the OCG, they reprinted all three and XYZ Dragon Cannon as Starlight Rares, which is really cool. I want to get me those, but not just yet. I'm pretty sure that these cards are going to get reprinted as holos as well, because the thing is, Legendary Collection Kaiba, we had all three pieces with XYZ Dragon Cannon get reprinted as Ultras. We got Hyper Blaze Cannon in King's Copium or King's Court as a super. And then here we go, and we get XZ Combine as a super, because, they Konami kind of is, it's Kaiba. Kaiba doesn't play with commons. They basically said that in the Legendary Collection Kaiba box. So, these cards are probably going to get reprinted as either Supers or Ultras. I think they would reprint these as Ultras actually and Ghosts from the Trash 2. I think that's honestly just the closest set that could come out that would have these in there as reprints. And I think they would do that because, then all the monsters in particular would be Ultras, and that would be really cool. But if they don't, they would reprint them as Supers, and really, who knows what? I don't know. But I do think, there's a likely chance we could see these get reprinted in Ghosts of the Trash. It's possible. But who knows where we're going to see these reprints. So, guys, thank you all for sticking to the end of the video. That XYZ Dragon Cannon deck profile is, slowly making its way. I'm working on testing as much as I can. It's just hard to do when you work full time and you're running a business. You don't have a whole lot of time, and you don't always want to be playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In all the time. So, yeah. Link in the description down below to my Instagram if you want to follow me on there, guys. And I will see you on the next video.